Hello, Sabaidi, and welcome to Health Leadership International's Lao Cultural Orientation. My name is Alana Morris, and I'm the Global Health Program Manager for HLI. I'll be your guide and narrator for this presentation. This Lao Cultural Orientation was created to prepare HLI's faculty and volunteers prior to traveling to the Lao PDR, also known as Laos. For some of you, this will be a refresher course, but for most of you, this will be brand new. Our goal is to provide you with information and insight on the Lao culture to help make your trip as successful as possible. On behalf of the HLI Board of Directors, we would like to thank each and every one of you for volunteering your time and sharing your skills to help further educate the providers and medical students in the Lao PDR. This presentation will cover the daily life of the Lao people, culture, and religion. We will also touch on dress code, etiquette of Lao meals, and talk about do's and don'ts. Laos is a landlocked country bordering China, Thailand, Cambodia, and Vietnam. Laos has approximately 49 ethnic groups, including Lao, Khmer, Hmong, Lu, just to name a few. There's approximately 6.5 million citizens. Laos is one of the highest maternal mortality ratio in the world, 470 per 100,000 live births, compared to 21 per 100,000 live births in the U.S. Infant mortality rate, 57.77 versus 5.98. Theravada Buddhism is the main religion in the country. Foreign practitioners receive differential status in Laos, which brings certain responsibilities while teaching. Being culturally competent implies not overstepping boundaries nor dismissing local beliefs. Be cognitive of the cultural norms. Sustainable communal systems are the most effective to ensure success of the programs and teachings. Keep in mind that the Lao PDR has limited resources. Respectful, transparent, inclusive partnerships. It is critical that the work you do in Laos is culturally respectful, transparent to students, leaders, and community. Consider the sponsoring entity and individuals involved as viable partners. Working within the existing framework for healthcare delivery. In order to make the work sustainable, use the existing framework as the basis for developing a revised healthcare deliverable. Programs that reinforce primary care are replicable over time. Keep it basic, simple, and cooperative. Remember, Laos is a low-resource country, and projects should remain simple, basic, and cooperative. This allows the Lao people to maintain systems even after we have departed. These are just resources from the previous slide. The head is considered high, pure respect. Therefore, one must never pat someone on the head, as it is a sign of disrespect. The foot is considered low, dirty, and disrespectful. Be mindful when you're sitting that your foot is not pointing directly towards anyone. Keep head profile low. You should not sit higher than the host in the home. Crouch down when walking past someone sitting, especially an elder or someone older than you. PDA and proper attire. Public display of affection is considered taboo and it causes embarrassment. Men and women should avoid touching in public. Hugs are not common as they are in the Western culture. Dress conservatively while teaching. Female instructors are to avoid wearing low cuts and sleeveless blouses. It is hot and humid in Laos, so a short sleeve blouse underneath the lab coat would be acceptable. As long as it's hidden under the lab coat. Female instructors must also wear a Lao sin when teaching. Basi ceremonies are commonly held for births, deaths, graduation, milestones, and marriages. Blessing strings are tied around the wrist of the individual to bless and protect them from harm. We will discuss coining and cupping in later slides. This is just a photo showing what a basi ceremony looks like. And this is an example of the blessing strings that are tied around the wrist. Coining is believed to release bad blood. It's known to relieve pain such as headaches, fevers, chills. A quarter is typically used to scrape the back, neck, and torso. Tiger balm is typically applied to the skin before scraping begins. It's pretty painful, and according to my husband, it does help. Cupping is believed to move the wind in the body to regain balance. It is supposed to help colds, flus, and respiratory condition. The only item that is used is a glass jar, typically the size of a baby food jar. You can refer to the link below for a video demo. กินข้าวผู้เดียวบ่แซ่บ translates to eating alone and the food is not tasty. Sharing a meal together is a big part of the Lao culture. Food and drinks are typically offered by residents in a home. It's an insult to guests if it's not offered. It's also an insult not to accept food and drinks that are offered to you. Similar to Western culture, it's polite to bring something to show appreciation to the hosts, such as fruit or beverage. And don't be surprised to see a lot of communal dining, fingers and all goes. It's customary for you to pay if you're the person inviting someone to a restaurant. It's okay to share costs for big groups. Lao people are not wealthy by any means, but very generous, or jai nhai literally translates into big heart. Pho and sin dat are common meals in Laos, even though they originated from other countries. Sin dat is similar to Korean barbecue. The do's. Dress conservatively. Women must wear the Lao sin when teaching. Arms and chest should be covered. I would suggest light blouses since it's very hot and humid in that part of the world. You should remove your shoes or sandals when you're entering a temple, home, or anywhere you see a sign telling you to do so. Repetition is a key indicator that something is important. Monks should be treated with the utmost respect. And now on to the don'ts. Public display of affection is taboo in the Lao culture. It causes shock and embarrassment. Don't rush or expect others to rush. The Lao people are very laid back. This cannot be reiterated enough. Don't feel obligated to tip unless you're in a Western restaurant, but don't pick up the small change offered. Don't put your feet on pillows in public. Don't climb on Buddha statues to take photos if you're in a temple. And don't have direct contact with a Buddhist monk. If you'd like more information on Laos, this slide and the next has a few additional resources for your reference. This includes, but is not limited to, books, movies, and Lao ethnic organizations. Thank you, Kopjai, for completing the HLI cultural training. Please sign the form confirming you've completed the training and return the signed document to Alana at nyrasone@gmail.com. If you did not receive the form, please send me an email and I'll forward it to you. If you have any additional questions, please feel free to contact Sachinda or myself. We hope you enjoy your experience in Laos.